This passage is from Psalm chapter 45, a royal wedding, celebrating the king's marriage and exalting his virtues. According to theologians, David was certainly handsome. It is both a love song and a prophetic messianic psalm. Here's an exploration of Psalm chapter 45. It has been divided in 6 points. Point number 1. Introduction and praise of the king in verses 1 and 2. The psalmist begins with a heartfelt outpouring, ready to speak eloquently about the king. The king is described as the most handsome of men, blessed by God with gracious speech. The king's majesty and victory in verses 3 to 5. Point number 2. The psalmist calls on the king to gird his sword and ride forth in splendor, representing truth, humility, and righteousness. The king's right hand performs awe-inspiring deeds, and his sharp arrows defeat his enemies. The eternal throne in verses 6 to 9. Point number 3. The king's throne is described as eternal, with a scepter of justice. The king is praised for loving righteousness and hating wickedness, resulting in his anointing with the oil of gladness above his companions. His garments are richly fragrant, and he is surrounded by honorable women, including a queen adorned in gold from Ophir. This portion is addressed to the bride in verses 10 to 12. Point number 4. The psalmist is addressing the bride, urging her to forget her people and her father's house so that the king will desire her beauty. She is to honor the king, who is her Lord. The psalmist notes that the daughter of Tyre and the wealthy will seek the bride's favor with gifts. The bride's glory in verses 13 to 15. Point number 5. The royal daughter is depicted as all glorious within the palace, clothed in gold-woven garments. She is brought to the king in colorful robes, accompanied by her virgin companions, entering the king's palace with joy and gladness. Point number 6. Future generations and eternal praise in verses 16 and 17. The psalmist speaks of the king's sons becoming princes throughout the land, ensuring the king's name will be remembered through all generations. This enduring legacy will lead to perpetual praise. Let's listen to Psalm chapter 45. My heart is overflowing with a good theme. I recite my composition concerning the king. My tongue is the pen of a credible writer. You are fairer than the sons of men. Grace is poured upon your lips. Therefore God has blessed you forever. To gird your sword upon your thigh, O mighty one, with your glory and your majesty. And in your majesty ride prosperously because of truth, humility, and righteousness. And your right hand shall teach you awesome things. Your arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies. The peoples fall under you. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. You love righteousness and hate wickedness. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness more than your companions. All your garments are scented with myrrh and aloes and cassia, out of the ivory palaces, by which they have made you glad. King's daughters are among your honorable women. At your right hand stands the queen in gold from Ophir. Listen, O daughter, consider and incline your ear. Forget your own people also and your father's house. So the king will greatly desire your beauty. Because he is your Lord, worship him, and the daughter of Tyre will come with a gift. The rich among the people will seek your favor. The royal daughter is all glorious within the palace. Her clothing is woven with gold. She shall be brought to the king in robes of many colors. The virgins, her companions who follow her, shall be brought to you. With gladness and rejoicing they shall be brought. They shall enter the king's palace. Instead of your fathers shall be your sons, whom you shall make princes in all the earth. I will make your name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore the people shall praise you forever and ever. Share with a loved one and bless them today.